Yes. Welcome to Cyber Safety Net Stay Safe Online, episode 160. Are you ready for hurricane season? It seems every time I'm talking about fire floods or hurricanes, there is a disaster, and more often than not, that involves a hurricane traveling through Florida. Today, Hurricane Idalia is traveling from the Gulf of Mexico to Florida to Georgia. I hope Mother Nature doesn't get mad at me for mispronouncing the name. I'm going to share my screen to show you this graphic of Idalia, and it seems that hurricanes just keep getting stronger. Stupid hurricanes, why can't they just go north to the North Pole, lose the energy, and then die? Today's presentation is sponsored by my fourth book, How Hacks Happen. In How Hacks Happen, there are two personas. There's me, Mark, the good guy, who wants to protect you. And there's Brad Cracker, the bad guy who wants to rip you off. He uses phishing, he uses malware, he uses ransomware. As far as Brad is concerned, he's good at hacking, he likes hacking, and he likes the easy money. Back in episode 102, I introduced the CIA triad, or the confidentiality, integrity, availability triad. Since we're talking about hurricanes that come to town and destroy property, knock out power, knock out internet, I think we're in the availability domain. They are incredibly destructive. And as it turns out, the first time I talked about the CIA triad was when a hurricane went through Florida. It was a different hurricane, but it seems that history repeats. Now, I mentioned the CIA triad, or the confidentiality, integrity, availability triad. So let me pause right now and ask, what did you initially think when I said CIA triad? I will pause for 10 seconds here. All right. Well, in cybersecurity, it's the CIA triad, confidentiality, integrity, availability. I'm going to stop sharing the screen. Getting back to hurricanes, what you do to prepare for a disaster, or rather prepare to recover from a disaster, is you create a system image backup onto one of these. This is a 4 terabyte drive, or 4 million byte drive. You perform a system backup onto this, and you take it off site. I take these off site to the vault at a bank here in the Sacramento area. And I know if some disaster happens, like a fire, flood, or a hurricane, here in Sacramento, my money's on a fire, then I can recover by getting this from the vault, restoring my data from here, and then restoring from my cloud backups that happen every night to restore data that has been saved or changed since the most recent full system backup. You need to have one of these and know that it's offsite, because if your structure, wherever your building is, gets destroyed, then you need to get one of these from some offsite location to get your business back in business. Back in the winter, I went canvassing and I walked into offices. I did a 20-second speech and I said, okay, what would you do if a fire, flood, or tornado came through here? And people laughed. I pray. I don't think it's a laughing matter, and you need a better solution than prayer. You need to back up on one of these. This is what I advocate. There are other ways to prepare for disasters, but the bottom line is it's not an if question, but a when question. When will the next disaster happen? You got to be ready. I know your time is valuable. I know there are other places you could have been, but you chose to listen to me, Mark Anthony Germanos, talk about recovering after a disaster strikes your office. Thank you. Have a good day, everybody.